Hey everybody, I'm John Fairless here at the Connection Cafe, and just wanted to talk to you today about opening the cognitive freeway. Why is it that we so often feel, so unpeaceful? And how can we get clearer in our everyday lives? It was Upton Sinclair, the great American writer from a century ago, who penned such a hauntingly memorable line in that classic novel, The Jungle, from 1906. I hear the whistle. I must hurry. He was describing the first words that were taught to immigrant workers who had come to work in the meat packing plants of Chicago. It was a stimulus response cycle that formed the core of their grimy, near-hopeless lives as underpaid, overworked people by the thousands that churned out profit for American corporations of the day. 100 years later, though most of us are not employed in slaughterhouses or other similarly oppressive factory lines, we are nonetheless captive to the same insidious stimulus response cycle that keeps us chained to our cell phones, our smart watches, our computer screens. That text alert dings, and we reach out to see who it is that needs our attention. It's practically unavoidable. Your neural network has thousands of years, some say millions of years of experience in saving the hides of your ancestors from dangerous creatures and perilous situations. And you are conditioned to respond, just as modern advertisers, game makers, app designers, and certainly my 8-year-old granddaughter know very well. The biggest trouble these days, though, is the sheer volume of the alerts all around us. And I mean volume as in number as well as in the sound. We're in such a hyper-stimulated state most of the time that we have very little brain left, thanks Winnie the Pooh, for things such as thinking, sharing a quiet conversation with friends, or certainly for higher pursuits such as art or prayer. The ever-present smartphone is probably our number one contributor to our cognitive congestion dilemma. Consider this research from techjury.net. The average smartphone owner unlocks their phone 150 times a day. Think about it. Using smartphones for longer intervals of time changes the chemistry of our brains. 66% of the world's population show signs of nomophobia. That's the fear of having no phone, and it's a real thing. 71% of us usually sleep with or next to their mobile phone, and 75% of Americans use their mobile phones in the toilet. Now, I'm not going to ask for a show of hands. I can't. This is a video. But it's no wonder that you and I often feel ourselves mentally fatigued at the end of a day when we stop and say, but what did I really accomplish today? The good news is our stimulus response network can also work for us as well as against us. With a conscious effort to put our nerve pathways to work at quieting and calming, we can reopen our marvelously gifted minds to creativity, intuition, and actual states like inner peace and consistent joy. That's a big part of what we do and why we're here at the Connection Cafe. I'll be back in the next session, and I want to talk about some simple tips you can use in less than 5 minutes a day to help regain some of the clarity that your mind and your heart crave. In the meantime, here's the simplest trick of all. Take your phone. Go ahead, grab it right now. Get your phone. Now, put it down for a whole hour in a day. I know that sounds scary, but you can do it. Turn it off, put it on silent, put it in the other room, and just sit and read or think or watch the birds or even take a nap. Enjoy a few minutes of stimulus-free living, and then do a few more the next day. You'll be glad you did. I'm John Fairless for the Connection Cafe. We'll see you next time.